Walking in the bank, go fill it up. We want all of the money. I don't need sleep till I run it off. They talking about cash and I want it. Niggas gon' hate, just don't pay them attention. They want in your spot and you know it. These niggas ain't nothing but snakes in the grass, so you better watch where you going. Walking in the bank, go fill it up. We want all of the money. I don't need sleep till I run it off. They talking about cash and I want it.
Welcome back to 96 TV. It's your host Cartel Ace, and we back with another one. You feel what I'm saying? So I had a video for y'all, and it was a very interesting video. I watched half of the interview, and we were gonna start halfway through, and then some events happened today related to this issue. And I was contemplating all day, am I going to do the video or not? You know what I'm saying? So I want to start off by saying rest in peace D-Thing. You feel what I'm saying? Rest in peace D-Thing. If you don't know, D-Thing of Dog Pound, you feel what I'm saying? OTF D-Thing, Moneymaker D-Thing. He was fatally shot yesterday morning and he passed away, you know what I'm saying? So the video I had was talking about his dad, you know what I'm saying? Big Durk. Actually, I don't know if this is his dad or if this is just Lil Durk's dad. But this is about Lil Durk. So, you know what I'm saying? Condolences to Lil Durk and all his family members, you know what I'm saying? And rest in peace to D-Thing. Sad story, man. And I'm actually going to do a story on it when more details come out. You know what I'm saying? I just don't want to jump on it and we don't really know too much yet. You know what I'm saying? So, alright. So, I'm going to go ahead and set the video up real quick. This is Big Durk, and he ain't really, he's talking about his come up and everything, and the point we starting at is, and I stopped it because I wanted to bring it to y'all, he's talking about his life sentence, you feel what I'm saying? So, we're going to go ahead and get into that, man. Let's see what Big Durk talking about.
And you went to trial. You said you had money, so I'm sure you had probably the best of attorneys.
My bad, let me put this up.
And the judge says, Mr. Banks, I sentence you to life in prison without the possibility of parole. What was the first thing that went through your mind?
Well, in the federal system, you kind of get a pre-sentence report before you go see the judge. So you kind of almost know what you're looking at before you get to the judge. When the pre-sentence report came back, it said that my level, they deal with guidelines level in the feds. My level is a level 48.
Damn.
The book only goes to 42, Kurt.
Damn. Damn. So this nigga was a level 48 and it only go to 42. So you know what that mean? They finna make up some rules for his ass. God damn. Damn, bro. And I looked up his case. I think he had like some rocked up cocaine. You feel what I'm saying? Like, YouTube guidelines be crazy. They might make me cut that, but you know how it go. You know what we talking about.
So now you talking 6 levels that ain't even existing on the book.
Like
so it automatically read life across the name. When I get to my lawyer, I said, "What is this, man? What is this is absurd, man. This is crazy. This is unbelievable." So the effect of it hits you when you first get the paperwork. And it's like upset, angry, confused. You know, you're going through a whole bunch of emotions. But the bottom line word is unbelievable.
Yeah,
that you can sentence a person to life in jail.
Life.
And they saying that the conspiracy that they would sentence me to life in jail for only lasted 9 months. What you gonna sentence me for?
That's what I'm saying, bro. They are finna sentence this man for his whole life for 9 months of evidence. For 9 months of evidence, bro. Nobody can sell that many drugs in 9 months to where you deserve the rest of your life in prison. You ain't got no murders on you, nothing. You just got straight work on your paperwork. That's crazy.
The conspiracy went farther than that. But they said we only gonna sentence you for 9 months of the conspiracy. We saying that you sold so much drug in 9 months that you don't need to be on the street no more, is what they saying.
So I read over the case a little bit, and it said that the judge didn't even want to give you life because he knew that there was a discrepancy in sentencing. Meaning, when I read some of his notes, he said that someone would have to sell 100 and, I'm gonna get it right, 1,500 kilos of raw cocaine in order to get the sentence that he handed down. It said that the judge didn't even want to give you life because he knew that there was a discrepancy in sentencing. Meaning, when I read some of his notes, he said that someone would have to sell 100 and, I'm gonna get it right, 1,500 kilos of raw cocaine in order to get the sentence that he handed down on you.
The judge wrote this in his notes. The judge wrote this. He actually wrote this in his notes. No wonder Big Durk out, man.
But he said that he had to stick to what the law said and give you life. Is that correct?
That's correct. What you're seeing is that crack cocaine, 1 gram of crack cocaine equals 100 grams of powder. That's what they saying. Crack was much harder sentence, a much harder drug, so they sentenced you more harder for crack than they did powder cocaine.
Do you think there was any racial?
And the powder cocaine is more pure. For educational purposes, you have to have powder cocaine in order to make rock crack. You feel what I'm saying? Like crack rock. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that shit don't even make sense. How you get more time for the drug that you make from the drug that you get? Like, you need this drug to make it, but you give people more time for this drug. Like, but they knew it only affected the black community, so that, we already know what's going on.
Bias in that kind of sentence?
Yes, because it only affected blacks. And that was the argument we made at the sentencing hearing. This only affects blacks, so why is we the only one getting sentenced to these harsh sentences? You know, I have white powder cocaine, in which that is a more pleasurable drug among Europeans that snorts it and they get a smack on the wrist. Then you come to us because we in the neighborhoods and they smoking it, and you give us the hardest time when you need powder cocaine to make crack cocaine.
I just said it. Like,
so you're sentenced to life.
how can you make crack cocaine without powder cocaine?
What did your family say?
First of all, how do black people get cocaine from Colombia? I'm going to just ask that question, and we're going to leave it there. I'm not even going to get that deep into it, but that's just a question for y'all to think about. How do black people from the inner cities of America that don't have no money, ain't got no way of making no money, getting evicted, all this, you feel what I'm saying? How do they have money to travel to Colombia and then ship the drugs back?
Were any of them at the courtroom with you?
Yeah. My family was there, and I had 6 co-defendants. There's 6 of us all together. And you gotta remember, Kirk, we was young.
How old were you at this time?
I would have to be, if I'm not mistaken, probably 23, somewhere up in there. The youngest was about 18. So they gave out like 4 life sentences and 3 life sentences. 2 got 30 years. And the girl that was on the case ended up with 10 years.
So it was a young lady on the case with you as well?
Yes. It was a young lady I was with at the time. They arrested her too. But,
Did she have anything to do with what you were doing, or was she just guilty by association?
Guilty by association. Most of
They gave her 10 years for just being with a nigga, boy. Damn, bro. They gave her 10 years for just being with a nigga, boy. You my trial queen, lady, the window.
testimony and trial
Keep
doing
y'all
was just
women out of this
spending
shit,
money.
man.
That's it.
So again,
Don't let her spend the money.
Sentence.
Don't let her spend the money. You go spend it, or you gonna have somebody else buy it. Don't let your girl spend the money, bro. No, they're coming back. They're gonna get all y'all. Don't let your girl spend the bread. They come to you. If they come to her, it's over. Oh no, I didn't even know all that was going on. I didn't buy anything.
You say your family was at court with you. Do you remember like looking back and seeing what they looked like when the sentence was given to you?
No, because there was too much crying back there.
So they were crying.
Yeah. You know, it's 6 Cody fans, a lot of family members in there. There was too much crying in there, so I didn't turn around because I didn't even want to see the faces and the crying and all that. So I kind of just walked back to the bullpen because they sentence you one by one and then walk you to the bullpen after they finish.
So when they walked you to the bullpen, what was your conversation like with your co-defendant?
Well, everybody was quiet, you know, and everybody was in their own thought, and then some was crying, and some was sitting down, and, you know, we just lost for words, Kurt, because we didn't think that it was going to end that way at that time right there.
And I see in the paperwork, they had you as the ring leader. How did you feel about your co-defendants getting that much time? Did it affect you at all?
Yeah, and really I wish I used to always tell them try to get a deal out of this, not telling deal, but try to get a deal out of this. You know, it's best. You know, I know my position. I know what they're trying to do to me. You know, but y'all still young. You know, y'all guys don't deserve this right here. Cause they some good dudes. They good guys, man. And I don't want to see them. I didn't want to see them like that. Right now, they all still together.
And he a real for that. He a real for that.
Niggas on hedges don't pay them attention. They want your spot and you know it. These niggas ain't nothing but snakes in the grass, so